Hi guys, welcome to this module on Microsoft Excel. In this session I want to have a look at the new let function which is available in Office 365. So what I've got down the bottom there is an example of how this works. So basically what you do is you declare a variable within inside a formula. So you name a variable, a bit like programming. You can actually declare variables at the beginning of a programming flow. And that's what we're going to do with let. So start off with a very simple one at the bottom. So as soon as I click into a blank cell and type equals let and open the bracket, it asks you for a name. So you're declaring a name. So this one above here is very simple. I'm just declaring X and Y. So if I type X, and then as you can see on the help there, the next thing is a comma, and then you give it a value. So the value for X is going to be 1. Then you do a comma, and then you can either do a calculation based on X, or you can do another name. So this one we're going to do a Y, so Y, comma, is 2. So X is 1, Y is 2, comma. Now again, you could do a name, or in this case, we are going to do the actual calculation, which is simply X plus Y, which will equate to 3. That's the formula. So you've declared X as 1 and Y as 2, and then you've done X plus Y. You click the tick, and it says it equals 3. Now this example is declaring VAT at 20%. So up there, if I click into this cell, go equals let, open the bracket. So the word is VAT, the variable is VAT, and it is 20%. So this is where you can put formulas. So you've got formulas that you can create names for and then refer to those names in your formulas at a later date. So now after the comma, it's either another name, as you can see there, or a calculation. So the calculation on this one is just going to be D3 times VAT. And then it's just a simple closed bracket. And you can see the little symbol that comes up there. Now, I'll just tick that. I'm going to double click that down. Now, up until now, there's nothing massively different from naming cells, name a cell VAT and refer to that. It would be exactly the same. But where this, the let function comes into its own is where you've got multiple repetitions of the same bit of a formula. You can then declare it and refer to the declared name within a bigger formula. And it is more efficient in terms of time. Quite a lot more efficient on a big spreadsheet. Now let's go and have a look at a couple more examples. So over here, just to go through the process of naming things, I've got a formula there that's just looking at these two cells. If I delete that off, I've put it below there so you can see it. So it's equals let. So we're going to name total sales. I'm just going to call that TS. And then a comma. What's the value? That's the value. Then a comma. So another name, ST, comma, and then that's the value. And now we can do our formula. So if I expand the formula box at the top and come down a line, so you can do Alt Enter to come down a line on there, and then you can say stuff like a normal if statement. So I would have a comma there. So it's now wanting a calculation or another name. So we're not doing another name, we're doing a calculation. So if TS, total sales, is greater than ST, if that's true, ST, then we're going to say target met. Target met. Still has to go in quotes in this example, and then otherwise target not met in close. Close that, close the bracket, and close the bracket for the let function at the end. That's the if function there, and I did press the M, but obviously it didn't type. Target not met, and just make it the same as that one, capital M. Click the tick. So target met, because it's just above that. Now this one is well, this field first off is working out the variance between the target and the total. So you've got a variance field in terms of percentage. So this particular total is 48% of the target, 48% of above the target, 6% below. Most of these are below in total at the bottom. So the target was 12,000. You only made 10,082, so you're 16% down. So not good. So this column, if I just delete this off, is using the var function. Not the var function, sorry, the var as a name within the formula, within the function, but it's still let. So you can see the one I'm going to do at the bottom there. So we're going to name this formula, which I've got there. We're going to name that formula and put it in here. But this time, I'm going to do it with an if and statement because I only want things that are less than 10% or greater than minus 10%. That's all I want to show there. So the formula again is, so we're going through the let procedure, equals let, open the bracket. So we have to name this, so I'm calling it var, comma. Now this is where I'm typing the formula in. So if that divided by that, and then minus 1, or you could do, if you could put that in brackets and do divide by G3 again, but it does the same thing. So I've declared that, I've named that, and then I can do Alt enter to come down a line. So it's a comma, and I've come down a line. So this is where I'm doing my if statement. So if and, in fact, if, open bracket, and open bracket. So I can call on var, because I've named it. So I'm not typing that out again. So var, if it's less than 10%, is what I'm typing, comma, and, so this is the and part of this formula. And var is greater than minus 10%. Close the and bracket. So if all of that's true, if both of those are true, comma, I want to see var. Otherwise, I don't want to say anything, quote, quote. Close the if, close the let, tick. And then pull that down, and you only see the two that fall in that range, plus or minus 10. Basically, that's all I want to talk about on this let function. But if you're thinking there are other ways of doing this, of course there is. There's always other ways of doing things in Excel. But what you're trying to do is create a formula where you're declaring a variable and then not repeating that variable over and over again within the formula. So like this example here, I'm referring to that var there and there and there. So potentially I would have had to type that each time. So I don't have to type that each time, I just have to refer to it, and then you can see how that impacts. And again, on a bigger spreadsheet, that would save a lot of time. So that's the end of this session. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and thank you for your time.